Hello, it's World. In this video, we are going to compare 5 different test automation frameworks: Selenium with Java, Selenide with Java, and Playwright with 3 different languages. It's Python, Java, and TypeScript. We'll run the same test in each one language. And as you can see, I'm using VS Code for all 5 frameworks. It's open source, free, and supports all languages I am going to show today. Let's get into it. So the first framework is Java plus Selenium. As you can see, Selenium is the oldest browser automation tool. It was created in 2004. And yeah, the test is 90 lines of code, no page object model. Here, just a code example. It works via the WebDriver protocol. Your test code sends HTTP commands to a browser driver, Chrome driver in our case. And yeah, in the code, everything is manual. So let's see how debug looks for this setup. Okay, as you can see, we can make next move, and there is evaluated expression, but everything looks sadly. Yeah. Okay, let's initialize username field. Let's paste our value to the username field. Yeah, let's initialize password field variable, and let's try our evaluation expression. Yeah, I just put password world to this field. It's wrong, so the test is going to fail. Yeah, that's mostly it. Let's move to the second framework. It's Java plus Selenide. Selenide was created in 2013 by Andrei Solntsev. It's a wrapper on top of Selenium. So it means it's used same WebDriver protocol under the hood, same browser drivers, but it adds auto-waiting, Fluent API, and built-in assertion. The difference is visible immediately. The test drops from 90 lines to 60. No WebDriver wait, no expected conditions, no temporary variables for every element. And $sign element is Selenide shorthand for driver find element, and should be visible or should have some text, replace manual assertion. Let's see how debug looks for this setup. Yeah, everything is similar to the Java plus Selenium setup. Thus, Selenide is a pragmatic choice if your team is Java only and migration away from Selenium isn't an option. Selenide is significant quality of life improvement with zero migration cost. Let's move on to the third framework. It's Java plus Playwright. This is where it's get interesting. Launched by Microsoft in 2020, Playwright is natively written in Node.js. When you use the Java SDK, your Java code essentially acts as a remote control running on a background Node.js process. This works, and the API is solid. We get all Playwright's features: auto-waiting, browser context, network interception, get by placeholder, get by role locators. Get by role targets the button semantically, not by CSS. And here Playwright semantic approach is more resilient because it's mimic how the real user interact with the page. Instead of matching CC or XPath, it looks for functional meaning, like finding an actual button labeled by text. But it feels a bit unnatural in Java. you have to manage Playwright, browser context, and page object manually. There is no built-in test runner aware of the life cycle. You wire it up yourself with before all and after all in JUnit, which adds boilerplate code back. Let's see on debug. You can see the test opens Chromium. It is open source browser Chrome is built on. Playwright shipped is with instead of using Chrome. This ensures test runs on a controlled browser version regardless of what installed on the machine. Everything else is the same as for all Java runs. And also we can run tests from terminal. We have to switch directory and run our test in UI mode. But here we see that we can't run tests from UI mode, and that's expected because UI mode is TypeScript and JavaScript only feature. Playwright UI mode only works with Playwright tests, which is Node.js test runner. Java used JUnit test runner, and Playwright UI has no way to discover to run JUnit tests. So in general, I think Playwright plus Java is a valid choice for Java-only teams who wants Playwright capabilities without switching languages, but you're paying a cost in lack of tooling. So let's move to the fourth framework. It's a Python plus Playwright. The code is the most compact of all 5 frameworks, only 30 lines here. And here is one thing worth to mention. Python installs packages globally by default. For example, if we have two projects and project A needs PyTest 7.0 and project B needs PyTest 8.0, they conflict. Here we need a virtual environment and isolated Python installation just for one project. I think of it like Docker, but just for Python dependencies. Okay, let's run debug here. However, Python Playwright has the same underlying limitation as Java. It's wrap the Node.js core. And in Python, same with Java, the Playwright inspector is read-only. In terms of code execution, we can see the action log at the bottom, steps through the code, test locators in the locator tab, but we can't type and run Python code from it. So the PyTest Playwright plugin is well maintained, but it's not built by Playwright team. If the team already in Python, it's fine. For a serious test automation framework where you want to full Playwright experience, it's a step down from TypeScript. And here we came to final fifth framework. It's a Playwright plus TypeScript. So the test itself is clear. Async await clearly indicates the synchronous nature. Async and await are how you work with promises cleanly. Let me remind you what is it. And when a browser does something, navigates to URL, clicks a button, waits for an element, it takes time, and your code has two options while waiting. Its first option is block, stop everything, wait for the result, and then continue. And second option is don't block, start the operation and move on to the other things and came back when it's done. JavaScript and TypeScript choose the second approach. Everything that takes time returns a promise. Okay, let's run it. And in debug mode, it's similar to what we saw with previous approaches. Yeah. Okay, let's run it in the UI mode. It's a full visual test runner where you can see every test click, and after a run you can go through each action step by step, see what the page looked like at every moment, inspect which locator was used, and check network request. Yeah, nothing comparable exists for Java or Python Playwright. So, if you're starting a new project from scratch and your team can write in TypeScript, there is no reason to pick up anything else. I hope it was useful. Stay tuned.